Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annie. This is Harvest Moon Knitting. You can find me on Instagram at Harvest Moon Knitting and on Ravelry at Harvest Moon Knits. For this video, I thought it could be fun to show a little bit of my Japan arts and crafts and stationery haul. I just filmed that and I just feel like I rambled. I was so excited to talk about everything and I realized it was just like 30 minutes solid of just this is what I got, and then this is what I got, and then this is what I got. So my goal is to kind of maybe refilm a little bit more concise and then also go through my spring knitting plans / issues that I've been having and to ask for support and advice from all of you dozens of viewers out there. So me and my husband went to Japan about maybe 2 weeks ago. We got back and we were only there for 1 week. We just were in Tokyo and we had an amazing time. I would highly recommend going for longer than a week if your budget and your time off work permits that. It was quite a packed week and we were pretty busted tired when we came back, but it was totally worth it. We knew it was going to be a power-packed week. So we were just so blessed and able to have gone at all. So we had a great time. One of my biggest things I was excited for is the shopping, and I'm not like that big of a shopper, but for arts and crafts and stationery, like that's my downfall. To the point where I've actually been on like a no buy this calendar year. So since January, I have not bought any arts and craft supplies for myself. I've not done any clothes, shoes, recreational shopping of any kind for myself. But I did have a travel exception. So that was hanging out there as a loophole in my no buy was if I'm on a trip, I will kind of within reason allow for some fun shopping because I do love that as a souvenir experience. And then especially when you're going to a place like known for its crafts and stationery and just beautiful items like Japan, it was too tempting to not fall to temptation. So I guess I don't think I'm gonna go like item by item like I did the last time. If you guys want that, please comment below and I will consider doing that or maybe posting the original video. But I guess some of the highlights, just for anyone's like interest, we went to 3 different stores. One was called Hands, one was called Atoya, and one was called Walnut. Walnut was a knitting store, like yarn, knitting. I did get some other crafts, another Japanese craft there that I'm going to try, but it was primarily a knitting and yarn store. So I'll show you the stuff I got from there. I went to a Hobonichi store, which is a type of journal. All the journal guys and gals out there will know what Hobonichi is, but I did get a Hobonichi notebook, which I can show you. They're mainly known for their planners, but I struggle to keep up with planners, and then I have a lot of guilt when it's going unused because it's like the next year it's outdated. I don't know. I have bought and not used too many planners, and so I had to put my foot down. So we did notebooks so that if I don't use it right away, it's not the end of the world. So we went to Walnut, Hobonichi, and then we went to 2 like specialty department stores. One is called Hands and one was called Atoya. Hands was a magical place. It had everything. Like it had a lot of arts and crafts and stuff, but it also had a huge makeup and skincare, a huge homewares, a huge kitchen area, a huge suitcase area, which I had to buy another suitcase to bring all my delicious items home. So Hands was just like, I could have spent all day in that store, like, cause there was just so much. Atoya was more specialty for like luxury arts and crafts and stationery and specifically fountain pens. I think there was like an entire floor, maybe more, just for fountain pens. It was pretty incredible. I'm not a fountain pen girly yet. I'm sure that day will come probably soon, but it's not here yet. So I resisted. I didn't get any fountain pens. But I did get just a couple other fun. I got like 1 pen for my Hobonichi. I didn't go crazy with the pens. And yeah, I think I just had a brain collapse. Yeah, Hands and Atoya were the last two we went to. And then I went to a bookshop with my husband. Well, he was there for all of these, but I think we definitely, he enjoyed the stores too, but I think we went to the stores for me. But he managed to find plenty of things for himself to bring home. So, okay, well, I'm at 5 minutes in. I'm going to try to, in like the next less than 10 minutes, get through showing off my souvenirs. It's so fun. It was like Christmas morning again just now when I unpacked this bag, because I have kept them all together since I got back, in hopes of making this video. So it's fun. It was just fun to bring them all out again after, you know, they've been tucked away for a little bit. So Walnut, also to note, we were in there in like prime cherry blossom season, which was amazing. I'm gonna butcher the name. I still can't get it if it's Sakura or Sakura, or did that sound the same? I think it sounded the same in my ear, but I tried my mouth to say it differently. But so a lot of the things I got was like Sakura themed. I probably was just gonna say cherry blossom from now on because I'm self-conscious I'm saying it wrong. But at the Walnut yarn store, there was the house brand Amidisu, which had hand-dyed sakura kind of colored so gently. It's like a very gentle color of just cream and pale pink with little pops of a little bit more pink. But it's a silk mohair blend, lace weight, 50 grams, and it's 600 meters in each, and I got 2. So I'd have 1,200 meters of lace weight, so I think I could make like a fair sized project with that. I was picturing just like a beautiful lacy shawl with this, but I suppose it could be even more. I'll have to see how much you need for a lace weight sweater. Probably more than this. But it's 60% mohair, 40% silk. And it just feels like a dream, and it reminds me of the day that I got this, obviously, but that day we had gone to this big park full of cherry blossoms, and it was just like a really, really fun time. So it reminds me of my cherry blossom day. And then the other main thing I got at the yarn store was sashiko. I got a sashiko sampler. So sashiko is a type of Japanese embroidery. I first learned about it actually from a YouTube channel from The Stitchery. She is I think mainly sewist and needlework artist. So she had a really fun video where she like learned her whole journey of sashiko and filmed it all. It's a really well done video. So I encourage you all to check it out. But that kind of introduced me to the concept of it, but then I learned more about it, and it's a very cool type of like visible mending. It's a very geometric, like that's kind of the style. And then it's typically kind of a high contrast look, like either a dark fabric with white thread or white fabric with dark thread. So I got a little sampler kit, and then just some kind of dark purple thread and sashiko specific needles. So I've never really done a lot of like needlework. I think this one intrigued me more than like cross stitch or regular embroidery because it doesn't require a hoop. And for some reason the hoop just seemed like I wasn't gonna do it. I don't know, it just seemed like a layer of fussiness that I know the hoop is very easy to put on, like that's not what should stop me from doing it. But for some reason in my head, it seems more approachable for a type of needlework that doesn't use a hoop. I don't know. And then one of the bookstores we went to actually had a sashiko book that was in English. We went to a bunch of really great bookstores that a lot of their craft books like were in Japanese. So even though they looked amazing, I just was like, this would be just to have it. Like I wouldn't actually be able to learn from it. But yeah, it's just got like kind of the essentials of sashiko, as it said. We can kind of see a better example of like that high contrast, very geometric style. So I thought that could be fun to eventually learn how to do. So I got those from the yarn store. I also got like some yarn washi tape. I think that was from the yarn store too. So just kind of some knitting washi tape For Matoya, I mainly just got like a bunch of stickers, mainly for my nieces and nephews, a little bit for me. So some fun kind of Japanese themed stickers. And then crafty wise, I just wanted to show you this one. This is a furoshiki cloth. So, and it's Sakura themed. I really got everything that Japan could sell with a cherry blossom pattern on it. I got it. So furoshiki is like Japanese fabric folding. It's like origami with fabric is my impression of it. So you can like wrap gifts with fabric, you can wrap your lunchbox with fabric, you can make a bag out of fabric, all just from like a series of folding and pleats and things like that. So it just seemed kind of like an intriguing idea. I feel like it'd be fun to like wrap your Christmas gifts with just cloth, and then you can just reuse the same cloths every year. So furoshiki. And then at the bookstore, there was also a furoshiki book. So I'm not going in blind on either one of these crafts. Like I got some instruction to go with it, but I thought that could be fun. Okay, I think I'm doing much better on time in this video. This is the Hobonichi I picked up. So Hobonichi, I didn't do the A5 size because just like a lot of the purses and stuff I carry, I feel like if it was too bulky and big, I just don't think I would actually carry it around. If that's what I would like to be doing with it. So I got the smaller size. I think it's the A6 size. And it's not cherry blossoms, I don't think specifically, but it is flowers. So it reminded me of the cherry blossoms. Everything I got was flower themed, but flowers are beautiful. So there's like a fabric cover with inner pockets and stuff in there. I mean, the people I see on like Reddit and YouTube with their Hobonichis, like theirs is all decked out. Mine is still in its infancy. So I just don't keep up with my planners. I've bought and wasted too many planners, so I am not allowed to buy planners anymore. But I did get notebooks. So I got 2 notebooks that fit in here. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna use for what yet, but the front notebook is just a lined paper, and then the back notebook is grid paper. So I certainly could use this for like a bullet journal or a commonplace book. I was kind of thinking commonplace book or like just journaling, but then maybe the grid paper in the back. I would love to design mosaic knitting. I think there's a hole in the market. I'm saying it right now. Dibs on that hole. I want to be the doodle deck girl for mosaic. I think what Jamie Lomax from, I think it's her, yeah, Pacific Knit Co., who has the doodle decks and the doodle patterns. I think what she has done for color work, someone needs to do for mosaic color work. She's done it for stranded color work. You know what I'm saying. I love mosaic knitting, and there's not that many patterns out there for it, especially for like just motifs of it. I don't know, I'm saying it now. I think there's a hole in the market, and maybe I will fulfill that hole. So the back one has grid paper. All that to say, the back one has grid paper, so I can maybe grid out some mosaic designs for this girl who's never designed anything before. But that's my Hobonichi. I'm very excited about it. I just don't know 100% what it's gonna be yet. And then the pen I got to go with it is the Uni Jetstream 4-in-1, which Reddit said would work well with the Hobonichi paper. So we shall see. And then from Hands, I got like a lot of just like cutesy stationery, like onigiri and sushi, little sticky notes and page flags with sushi on it. Like Hands was kind of where I just got like a bunch of little kitschy like washi tapes and stuff like that. And this tiny umbrella, a very tiny umbrella. I love it. Like it's the size of my hand. I don't know. I've never seen an umbrella that small, but maybe I've just lived a sheltered life. And a tiny little Sakura change purse that I thought could house these tiny little scissors to make a tiny little notions pouch. I don't know. I just thought that could be cute because I think that could easily fit a tapestry needle and some stitch markers and these little folding scissors. So I thought that could be a nice little portable And then it even could clip, oh, look at that. I didn't notice that before. It even could clip onto like your knitting bag or something. That would be a perfect little travel notions kit. Okay, I did much better. That was 10 minutes. Perfect for my Japan haul. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I loved watching a bunch of Japan hauls. Once I came back, I should have watched them all before, so I had a better idea of what I should have gotten. But I can always go back. Okay, spring knitting woes. I guess I should entitle this because I have a serious case of can't finish a project. As you may have seen in one of my earlier videos, I had grand ambitions for these bingo cards for the year, and one of them was my knitting bingo card. And they all had different categories, but essentially, even just the numbers game, it was going to be 25 projects that I needed to get done this year. Ask me how many I've gotten done so far. It's May 7th. I don't think I've gotten any like fully done. Have I started them? Yes, I have like 7, either started this year or started last year or started 2 years ago in one of the cases. I just need to finish them. And it's like getting to be a little bit overwhelming because I have plans, like I have dreams, I have goals, and I'm just not getting them done, and I just don't know what to do about it. I feel like I'm working on stuff, but then nothing has come fully off the needles with like blocked, sewn in ends, anything. So I'm kind of like making this in a video as to hold myself accountable that we need, what should we call it? Make it happen May. Okay, it's May 7th. I think by the end of May, May 30th, 31st. I had to do the thing on my hands like a child. I would like to have 2 of these projects that I'm about to show you fully done. One of them should be pretty easy to do, and I'll show you why, but it's been sitting unfinished since last October. I have too much on the needles and nothing getting done. So all that to say, I'm going to show and tell some of my whips, a little whip parade, one of which I can't even find right now. So that's a problem because that one also could easily be done. That one is almost done. I'll talk about that one first since I have it not to show you. But they were some log cabin style fingerless mitts. I believe the pattern was Pearl Soho. I think it is. I'll definitely put it on the screen because in case it's not. But in fact, I don't think it is. I take it back. It's not Pearl Soho, but it is from a website. Whatever. Scratch all that. They're fingerless mitts. I've done the knitting. I've done it. All I need to do, I was in the seaming it all together stage, which is where I always get lost. So I was just gonna be, I think I even had seamed one of them together, and I just had to make the thumb gusset and finish the seaming, which could take me, I think, an afternoon, and they're not done. And now I don't know where they are, but they can't have gone too far. I'm not that concerned. I haven't spent that long looking for them. But that could get done. Could I have used that this summer or this winter when it was very windy and snowy? Yes, I could have, but instead it's going to be June and they're still unfinished. So I would like to get those done. That's like priority A is finding that project. Priority B is finishing them. Those are so small, I have no excuse. All right, the other one that should be an easy finish because I knitted my booty off to finish this thing in time, but all the ends are still there. So this was my Taylor Swift vest. So for the Swifties out there, you can hopefully identify the colors as being her albums. I went to the Eras concert in October and I wanted to make something special for the concert, just in case Taylor noticed and like wanted me to teach her how to knit or something. So this one is by Pearl Soho and it is their like ribbed vest. Highly recommend the pattern. It was the perfect mindless knit. And for me, I mean, I say all this because I did crazy striping, so it, I think, kept it kind of fun too. I think it could gotten quite boring perhaps but I like boring, without the stripes. So it's this way. And it's really just like ribbed with 2 holes in it. And then you can wear it either way. if you wear it one way, you have like a shorter neck cowl. And if you wear it opposite, you have a longer neck cowl. But if you want to go in the Taylor Swift color order, you would wear it this way. So I literally finished this like hours before the concert. I finished the knitting part of it. So I had to just make a game time decision to just like tuck the tails all up in there. And the tails remain there to this day. So this is one that all I need to do is tuck in the tails or weave in the tails and block the vest. But it is just sitting with ratchety little tails everywhere. But I love it. It's this Queen City yarn, I believe, which is a North Carolina dyer. But the colors were almost perfect for the albums. So we had Debut, Fearless, Speak Now. The red I ended up wanting to use for... Did I do this out of order? No, I didn't. No, the red I used for Reputation, not red. That's why I was confused. So the album, I ended up doing like a maroony, like an autumn fall leaves vibes. And then 1989, Reputation, Lover, Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, and then Tortured Poets. So I thought that was kind of fun. I don't know if Taylor saw, I doubt she did. I was in the nosebleeds, but it still made me happy to have kind of a fun memento for the concert, besides like my Taylor Swift t-shirt I bought. So that one I should be able to easily do. Okay, this is one that probably won't be part of my Make It Happen May, but it needs to be done this year, and it'd be my stockings. I started mine. I haven't even started my husband's yet. I got pretty darn close to finishing mine. Like, this is almost a stocking. I probably had one or two more motifs before the toe. And we did another Christmas without my stockings done. So I need to at least maybe finish that one in June and then like get his done for Christmas time this year. I would really love to have our stockings up this year. Speaking of my lovely husband, I'm also supposed to be making him socks. He requested them. So I made one of the socks. However, the heel isn't right for his heel. I did an afterthought heel. It's like pointy, and this has already blocked it, thinking that would help it. There's pointy in the heel, and then there's pointy in the toe. And I do afterthought heels and toes for mine all the time. I've never had this happen. So I'm a little unsure what to do. So what I've done in the meantime is just started on the second one, and then I've just left it like this is where I'll cut in the heel afterwards. And so I'm going to try a different heel or a different decrease. Like, obviously will still have to be an afterthought heel, but maybe a different way to decrease so that it won't be hopefully so pointy. So if this one works well, then I will rip out that other heel and re-knit it. Same with the toe on this one. But like, look, I'm over half done the foot. Like, I need to do it. I need to get done. So that one I would love to have done soon. Luckily, these are all kind of like cold weather items, so I don't think he'll be like wanting wool socks in the next month or two, but I still would like to get them done. And then finally, this was my Japan project. If you watched my like travel knitting tips video, I was bringing a mosaic shawl to do as my travel project. It was a really good travel project. The mosaic ended up being a little bit tangly on the plane of just not being able to like easily have my yarn everywhere like I normally do, but it still was good. I got almost perfectly half the project done on the way there. So I thought this is literally going to be perfect for what I need it to be. Like when I was in Japan, I wasn't knitting very much because we were sightseeing and stuff all day. And I was like, this is going to be perfect. It took me I knit half the scarf on the way out here. I'll knit the other half on the way back. It'll be done. It's going to be amazing. my needles broke on the plane ride back, like 1 hour into that 24-hour travel day. I still was able to knit with them. I wonder if they're in this bag to show you. Remember how I was super endorsing those Prim needles last time? Well, the tip broke off. So this one is how the tip normally looks. See the nice little bulb on the end of it? This one, the tip broke off of it. Okay, now it looks like I'm just being a baby and it doesn't look that bad. So I was able to still knit, but it definitely slowed me down. So on the way back, and then I was also exhausted, and I think I tried to sleep a little bit, but anyway, this is the progress from it. I did pretty well on the way out there. I was really pleased about how I did. I even did like little filmy little videos silent because I didn't want to narrate because people were around me, obviously. But I did little like clips and stuff of me knitting on the plane to like show my progress. So maybe one day I'll put all that together. Anyway, so this is my progress so far. Oopsie. I've done all the increases. I've done the middle kind of straight part. And now I am on the decreases. So I think I was like somewhere around here at the halfway mark. So I thought I was super cocky that I'd get the whole thing done. And then here we are. So again, also a pretty warm item that I won't be needing this summer, but I just kind of want to get stuff done. I want to fill in my bingo card. So that's just something else that I would like to work on. And I think that's all I have to show you all today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you came for the Japan haul, or if you came for the spring knitting woes, I appreciate you either way. So stay tuned for more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.